This week, a new advertising campaign that incorporates fans. We're going to ask what impact has this had on brand growth. We begin the countdown to Design Indaba 2015. How a simple share on your social media pages can help feed hungry children. And a new ad tackles the problem of gambling addiction. All right, we'll start with this. In spite of being dumped out of AFCON, hurts to say that, South Africa is without a doubt a sporting nation, and we always remain optimistic. And with this in mind, Castle Lager has teamed up with the Ogilvy Mather agency here in Johannesburg to create a campaign aimed at something called Sports Superfans.
No, it's gone, bro.
Gent,
I can fix it.
I'm walking.
I can fix it. We're never going to make it in time.
Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Car broke down. We're gonna miss the game.
Oh no. Let's see if I can make a plan. Hey Jannie, yeah, we need some help here. Dis 'n probleem hier.
Come on, Danny Duke. Don't become almost rijden. Yes, man!
Do you think there'll be time to take a photo with you?
No, there's no time to take a photo. We've got to get to the game.
Here's to a nation of superfans. It all comes together with a castle.
So, why is this a good strategy to incorporate fans into your marketing campaign? Sean Katz is with us. He's the marketing manager for the Castle brand, and Sunu Gonero from Egg Films directed the ad. To both of you, a very warm welcome. Sean, what is a superfan?
Thank you, Jeremy, and thanks for hosting us. For us, a superfan is exactly as the ad depicts. It's about that guy or the group of guys who will go to extreme lengths to show their dedication and support for their team. And in Castle World, even Castle Lager itself is a superfan because, as you all know, Castle Lager has been involved in sponsorships for the last 54 years and with the 3 national teams for the last 21 years. So this ad is about leveraging that sponsorship and then obviously making the fans an integral part of it.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a moment, because superfans, these slightly mad people who dress up and can think of nothing else but the game.
Absolutely.
Interesting, though, and soon I'm going to get your take on this in just a moment. Why was it important to capitalize on that superfan culture? It is a culture, after all.
It is an absolute culture, and interestingly, increasingly, both the supporters and our fans as Castle Lager are asking us, so what's the benefit of, to us, the consumer, of Castle Lager being involved in these teams? So it's important to bring the supporters and the fans into that world and giving them access. Over and above the ad, we also do a lot in terms of actually bringing the superfan proposition to life in the real world.
The leverage these days has become very important. But Sunu Gonero, it's so good to see you.
And
7, 8 years since we last crossed paths. How did you make, then, the superfan the hero in the shoot?
The first thing for me when I came onto the project was to cast fresh faces that are relatable, you know, your everyday guy. And I think we know these guys from, you know, a lot of movies, road trip movies. Yeah. And for me, it was really, let's find fresh faces that are great actors, but that are good with humor, but that also can connect with this the sportsmen themselves.
Yeah. Is the casting process quite difficult?
Yeah, I'm very thorough. That's I think I drive my casting director crazy.
So they tell me, yes.
I went through 400 people just to find 4. There has to be a chemistry, and it makes it really easy for a director when you've got the right cast.
You must be the most annoying man to work with. Sean, you claim an ad like this, or sport like this, brings a nation together. I accept that, but what happens when we have a result like AFCON? You're on a bit of a slippery slope. So take a deep breath, it's not that bad. Okay.
And Jeremy, yeah, so you get disappointed, but that's the world of sponsorship for you. Luckily for Castle and for ourselves as breweries, we've been in, we're in the game for the long term. And you go through the knocks, you go through the happy times, you go through the sad times, and that's, I guess, also in a way what defines a superfan. Yeah. The guy who,
they're not fair weather people.
They're not fair weather people, but it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. Losses are never easy. You yourself explained how South Africa is a sport-loving country, and we love winning. We love winning as a nation, and doesn't feel good to lose.
You can wipe the tear from your eye very quickly. Sunu, what about the shoot itself? Was it a more difficult or a more easy one to do? You've had a lot of experience in this respect.
Logistically, it was very challenging. You need, the scale, but also for me, it's always the human element. It doesn't matter how big something feels. If you don't connect with it emotionally, it's useless. So for me, I've really always focused on performance, and then I think of the logistic things as, that's a backdrop in which this story takes place. So that's what I really focused on, and I mean, we've got a great team at Egg. We managed to pull, it was a 3-day shoot, which was like insane, but we got it done, and I think coming from a feature film background really helps, because you have to think big, and you have to think, days ahead at a time. So,
Sean, in conclusion, very quickly, you spoke about leverage, so extending the idea beyond the ad itself. Absolutely. And start with this one, though, keeping the fan idea fresh. This particular type of advertising is not new, the whole superfan thing, incorporation. It does run a danger sometimes of perhaps being a little cliched.
Well, absolutely. So increasingly, brands are challenged to find new ways of bringing to life like existing propositions, because brand propositions don't change. And that, remains a challenge for ourselves and for partners like Sunu and Egg Films and Ogilvy, in fact. So yes, this is a new take on an existing story, and then to the point I made earlier on, it's also about bringing it to life, bringing the proposition to life, in stadia at game days and stuff like that. But you're never really away from the challenge. So, so this journey continues.
Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Sean Katz, who looks after marketing for the Castle Lager brand, and from Egg Films director Sunu Gunera. Thank you very much for talking to us. Coming up on the programme, a new ad warning about the dangers of gambling, and Design Indaba 2015, what you can expect from this year's event. We're also going to go behind the scenes of an ad wanting to create better drivers.